Yes, it's your boy Jay Blaze and I'm a driver. And oh my god, today I have something exceptional. What do I have for you? I've got the Volvo XC90 T8 Hybrid Inscription. Oh my god, look at that. It's amazing. What you can see from the outside is even crazy already. Wait until you get inside. Ride with me. Right, Yomi?
Yes.
I know, like, you and the family has always been into Volvo from day one. What do you think Volvo has done differently from the older version to what you have now?
Well, I think when you look at the gadgets inside here, it's so different, but also this also comes with an electric. So I've got the power of a petrol plus electric. But also the main thing about it is just the safety aspect, you know. There's never been any fatality in a Volvo XC90. A Volvo on call, you could easily start this car with your phone while inside the house. Especially winter time is the best time when, you know, everywhere is cold. You sit inside your house, have a cup of coffee, and just, you know, put your phone on and turn on the Volvo on
So
call.
you are trying to tell me that they are bringing some 24th century type of feeling into this whole thing?
Oh yes,
Oh my
yes.
god. Volvo must be crazy.
But also, if you look at the sound system in this car, it's crazy, you know.
Oh yeah.
I ain't dead, I'm the diamond in the dirt that ain't been found. I'm the underground king, and I ain't been crammed. When I rhyme,
What else do you want?
That is nice. You know, I can see already that that's Bowers and Wilkins.
Yes.
Which is an household name of, like, you know, sound production.
Yeah.
And I think they're crazy when it comes to their stuff. Let's talk about this screen. This screen is crazy. Now, one thing that stands out to me on the feature on this one here is that 360 camera.
Yes.
That thing is crazy.
It is crazy.
The first time I saw it, I was like, what is going on?
It is
Is
crazy.
God watching me or something like that?
It is crazy.
I mean, everywhere you move, he's looking at me.
It actually puts it into perspective of, you know, safeness, as in you're trying to reverse into a very tight corner.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
you can see everything you're doing. So, yeah, I think that's great.
The fact that you've been driving Volvo all these years,
Yeah.
have you not have enough of Volvo?
No, you can never have enough of Volvo, you know, when it comes to family safety, but also the luxury. The one I used to drive before was a T6 Executive, a 3-liter, 2.9 petrol, you know, and that was really, really fast. You know, screens at the back, mini fridge, but this is just something else.
Being an hybrid, what difference does that make? And, like, you know, comparing like the economy
Yeah.
that it gives you, what does it save you in terms of money?
I think it saves a lot. Being an hybrid, one, I'm not paying any tax. You know, I used to pay nearly 200 plus on the other one. You know, this, I'm not paying any tax on it. And secondly, you know, when the wife drives it, when the battery is charged for the electric, she could drive on eco, which means you're not using any petrol. So, you know, she can go to work, come back home. She can do that for about, you know, as long as she wants, as long as the battery is being charged. So, you know, it gives it about, when you charge a full battery, it gives it about 40 miles.
Okay.
So that seems like a good deal. Once the battery runs out, then the petrol automatically kicks in.
Okay.
However, if you want to put it into sports, you know, that means you're trying to combine the electric and petrol together.
So you are telling me this thing has sports inside?
It does have
Oh my
sports
god,
inside.
Jesus Christ. I can't wait to actually take this thing on like a motorway and just drive it way into the sunset. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
When we're talking about the speed, right, I believe this thing goes up to about 140 miles an hour.
Oh, you know what? I wouldn't even want to try the speed. It's like, you know, it's
Really?
power. It is powerful. I've always been a family man, you know.
Yeah.
So the wife loves a 7-seater. It is a 7-seater. The kids love it because also, you know, the sunroof is there. You know,
yeah, that's got the panoramic roof, isn't it?
That's it. You know,
That is beautiful.
Especially nighttime when they can see the sky. You know, the stars.
Yeah.
They love it.
Okay, so in terms of comparison,
Yeah.
right? Volvo, you said, is your first choice, right?
Yeah.
What would have been your second choice?
I think my second choice definitely would have been a Range, but being a Nigerian man, definitely it's got to be a G-Wagon.
Ah, there we go. You see, this is the Nigerian coming out of this man. talking about G-Wagon and this, let's be realistic.
Yeah.
This is not really on a league with G-Wagon.
No, it's not on the league with G-Wagon, but when it comes to safety-wise, G-Wagon is not on the league with this. Also, G-Wagon is a lot more expensive than the Range Rover, but when it comes to comfort, you understand?
Yeah.
When you look at a Range Rover seat and stuff like that, it's a lot more comfortable than a G-Wagon.
Yeah, but having said that though, if you actually want to be fair with this thing, as a matter of fact, you can't compare G-Wagon with anything else. It's just a different type
Okay,
of car.
I think you're
Range
right.
Rover
Yeah,
has its own league.
that is it.
It's crazy, you know, it's in its own type of league, and that's just my own perspective
It's
about Range
in a
Rover.
different league entirely.
Which
but
is one of the reasons you and I know it in Nigeria as
that's
well.
it.
We're crazy
But when
about
it comes
Range
to
Rovers.
Volvo XC90, when it comes to safety, they ain't got nothing on it.
Okay, Volvo, what have you done to this man? Is it just the safety? I do think as well though, talking about comparison, Range Rover I think is very safe as well.
Oh, Range Rover is
And
safe. I'm not
I
denying
think it's
that.
just simply because we all know it that, you know, it's just an English tradition
No, it's not
about
that.
having safety first. So I think that's one of the reasons why it is very safe. Now, from my perspective, I think this car is really amazing. I mean, if you love luxury, if you love class, if you love safety, that's what they sell to, my friend. You know, it is a car for you. But having said that, I'm just gonna take you real quick around this car and you know, give you a take, whereby Valentin is gonna give you a bit of a technical aspect of this car, and we can take it from there.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this car has a 2-litre engine. It has 4 cylinders, but it also has a hybrid engine, which produces 407 brake horsepower altogether when it's combined, doing 0 to 60 in about 5.6 seconds, which is pretty brilliant. It's nearly as fast as a Porsche Cayenne Turbo. This car is very economical as it has a petrol engine and a hybrid engine, doing up to 134 miles per gallon, and the hybrid charges only for about 5 hours, so it's perfect for road trips and anything you want actually.
What? Oh my god, this thing has a grunt in it, you know? Whoa! Ho, 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 ho. Oh my god! That is madness. Honestly, I wasn't expecting something like that from this car. No wonder you want to die with Volvo. Okay. Now, we've just packed up after a drive, right? What do I need to show you? Where does the luxury and the beauty of this car start from? It starts from the key. Look at this key. It is actually the same leather that is on the seats that is also on the key. And I love how elegant this key is. I mean, look at it, right? You can actually start the car from this key console. Honestly, can you believe that? But one thing that I noticed about this thing is, whilst we were driving down that road, even though it was pulling that much power, it wasn't actually like shaking me. I wasn't even moving. It's like we're on a cruise ship. Jesus Christ, that was crazy. Anyway, I want to bring you up and close to this car, right? This thing, personally, one of the things that behave yourself. Behave yourself. You see, I talked to him and he listened. Come with me. One of the things that captivates you the most is the lights. I love this LED finishing, and it's just amazing. And of course, if you look at the side, it has the inscription. It has that inscription right there to let you know that it's a Volvo. One of the things that sold my friend to a Volvo. That's how they captivated him. Now, looking at this front of this car, right, the grille, I love the bigness and wideness of that grille. It just gives it that sort of like growl that makes you feel like, oh my God, what is this thing? Coming down to this car here, I love the curve that you have around there and the little sharp edges. It just gives it a little bit of sportiness, which is like, I personally think it's actually amazing, it's beautiful. And coming around here, right, you've got the inscription to remind you of what model it is, or should I say the pack of the car basically, which is actually very nice. And that is why he's trying to tell me about the class of this car and talking about G-Wagon. Behave yourself. Of course, safety, like he's saying all the time, he can't have enough of the safety. You have the leg rails right there to show you, to give you some safety. Coming up here, right, just here is where you have the socket, the socket that actually plugs and charges the battery for the hybrid. Come around, come around. Hello, how are you? Over onto this side. When you look at this, obviously this has a bit of the older model, which is actually very nice because they then kind of like flow into each other. But obviously they gave it a bit of the futuristic kind of look and everything. It has to look a bit more gorgeous. Technology is taking over. I love the LED lights on this, of course. The back of it, you know, it still has a bit of the taste of the older one, like I said. But the touch, it has a bit of simplicity, which I actually really like. The horse is trying to buy Valentine. Valentine, say hello to the horse. Hello. Aha, now it's okay. That simplicity is just really nice for me, and I think personally, in terms of Volvo, simplicity is one of the things that makes me like it. And of course, look at that little tip that you have right there. Beautiful. The wheels, that comes with a 20-inch, right, which is beautiful. I love the fact that it's a little bit of an elegant type of thing. You know, it's like elegantly put together, the spokes and stuff like that. It's nothing too much and it's not too simple at the same time. I love that. Now, let's go a little bit inside. This car, when I say inside is beautiful and luxurious, you have to see exactly what I mean. Open sesame. Jesus Christ. Holy Ghost fire. Look at this thing. Look at the tan leather inside this thing. Oh my God, very, very soft. Ah, it's seriously so. You hear that? It's so nice that the horse wants to go inside and sit down inside. What do I love about the inside of this, or should I say the interior of this, right? Now, I love the fact that the seat has a bit of sporty feeling to it. As you can see, it extends to the front and to the back. You have those stitching, which are really, really beautiful. And, you know, the fact that is the thread complements the color of the leather as well is beautiful. It just brings that beauty out of it. Little details. And, of course, they have to remind us that it's Swedish. If you look over here, you can see the Swedish flag. They have to let us know about that. Right at the top, you've got the inscription, which is the back of the car. One thing that I like about this seat, without a doubt, is that it's not like too wide. And I think that's one of the things that they're doing to the new cars that, you know, that are out there today. Let's talk about this thing over here. I love this centerpiece. The combination of leather, wood, and a little bit of shiny, glossy something over here, which I really like. The gear knob, right? It's kind of transparent, which is beautiful, and it just gives it a touch of elegance. And it's just really, really nice. You will see that on the picture that I posted on my page. It's very nice. The center console doesn't have so much going on. As you can see, you have this, engine start right there, the drive mode, the handbrake over there. You have the gear knob, which, your park button over there. Over here is the sound system, right? You have the play, volume, a little bit of forward, all that stuff, lovely stuff. Now, this centerpiece, right, it is beautiful due to the fact that the screen is not too big and the screen is literally right in the middle. You can reach it. You don't have to be looking all over the place before. You can't get distracted or anything. It's big enough for you to do everything you want to do. It actually has, I can say it's kind of similar to that Tesla screen, but the Tesla screen is a lot bigger than this, without a doubt. Now, right inside here, what do we have? You go inside, you have a few options in here. You can slide it. When you slide across, you get to see a few things that goes on inside. You have it gives you the battery life over there, which is very nice. That's where you can turn and off your sport mode, traction control, your park assist, camera, which is really, really cool. Even tells you about the distance a lot. How crazy is that? That's what he's talking about, safety. But mind you, a lot of cars these days do have that now, which is something that I think is very, very nice. Talking about this console over here, I love the leather finish. That leather finish is really beautiful. It's nice, it's classy. I love that wood running across there as well. And mind you, the color of the wood even complements the seat that I'm sitting on. How about that? Beautiful. The sound system we were talking about whilst driving, Bowers and Wilkins, which is amazing. Honestly, the way they designed the speakers, silver is like really, really cool. Also complements the color that they have there. Now, the only thing I don't understand is, did they cut this one from a different wood and cut this one from another wood? I don't understand. Somebody tell me. But anyway, this wood as well is nice. I love the fact that it doesn't look like it's sprayed, so it kind of looks very organic in a way. I love that. Now, this handle is beautiful as well. On this side, you just have the locks, which is okay. Now, one thing here is you have this glove compartment, which is a bit kind of plastic kind of thing. The steering wheel, what do we have on it? Not so much going on. It doesn't confuse you. You know, I know a lot of people tend to get very confused these days, especially with a lot of cars with a lot of buttons. But this one doesn't have too much buttons. On the dials, it's actually digital, which obviously is beautiful. Everything, I'm sure you can change a few things around there for you to see all sorts of different settings. I think this steering wheel, that middle console, would have done with a little bit of leather, because you know this car is way too luxurious not to have something like that. That's just me. Again, looking underneath all this beautiful luxury that you have on here, that plastic, why Volvo? Is it because you are selling safety to us? You know, come on. I think something like that should be something that they should address. You know, this car is way too luxury personally to be having such sort of things, basically. So, after everything that we've talked about, what would it actually cost to have one of these things if you really love it the way I love it? Guess the price. It's gonna cost you about £66,000. Only. That's all. It's not much. It's a chicken change. But yo, £66,000. Personally, I think with the kind of luxury that you're gonna get out of this car, the kind of look that you're gonna have out of this car, and of course the comfort and the economy that you're gonna get out of this car, I think is definitely worth every penny. And with that being said, it's time for me to say goodbye. Really appreciate your time watching this today, and please subscribe if you love this. And you can also follow us on Instagram. You can also follow us on Facebook. You'll have every details lined up on the screen. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Bless.
Peace out.